While we're on verdict watch this morning in the Hunter Biden federal gun trial. In just hours, the jury will resume deliberating for a second straight day in a Wilmington, Delaware courthouse. The jury got the case late yesterday, following instructions from the judge and after hearing closing arguments from both the defense and the prosecution. Prosecutors laid out what they described as overwhelming evidence against the president's son. Hunter Biden's attorney argued that prosecutors had not met their burden of proof in terms of beyond their case beyond a reasonable doubt. Earlier in the day, the defense rested its case without calling Hunter Biden to testify. First Lady Jill Biden was present in the audience for yesterday's proceedings, as she has been throughout the trial. Hunter Biden has pleaded not guilty to 3 felony counts tied to a possession of a gun while using narcotics and lying on a government form. It's unclear how this case will impact the presidential race, but certainly those close to President Biden are deeply concerned about the personal toll it will take on Hunter Biden, his father. Joining us now, MSNBC Justice and Legal Affairs analyst Anthony Coley. He previously served as the top spokesperson for Attorney General Merrick Garland. Anthony, good to see you this morning here on set in Washington. Let's talk about the Hunter Biden case first. Okay. What's your read on yesterday's closing arguments?
So here's what's so interesting about this case, Jonathan, is that there's a lot of circumstantial evidence here. We talked a lot about the passages in the book, and then there are the text messages that all suggest that Hunter Biden was not sober during this period of time. But there is no smoking gun. There's no eyewitness here. So you can see a scenario where a jury says, you know, the government has not met its high burden of proof. That's the first thing. The second thing to me is a lot of what's happening off the stand. The unconditional love this man is receiving from all of his family, not just through this trial, but through his period of addiction. And number two, this reiteration that we heard from the president last week that he is going to respect the jury's verdict, and even if they return a not guilty verdict, that he would not pardon his son. And I can tell you, if the shoe were on the other foot, not only would Donald Trump not make that promise, this case, a case of a similar, a case looking at his family, you can see a scenario where he would not even have let it get this far. You know, he would have practically burned down the Justice Department if an Obama-era U.S. attorney was investigating his family.
And Biden has been very hands-off.
Right.
Briefly, what's the rule of thumb in terms of how long the jury will deliberate? Could we get a verdict today?
We could very well get a verdict today. One day of jury deliberation for every week that the trial went on. That's the general rule of thumb. But you could also see a scenario here where they come back with, they tell the judge that, you know, we've deliberated for a couple of days, that, you know, we don't have a verdict, or we're split. The judge could go back and tell them to continue deliberating.
We'll turn to Trump in just a moment. One more quick beat on this. Do you think the prosecution proved their case?
You know, I'm not the lawyer, so I'm not going to render my verdict, but I hope that Hunter Biden will be able to move on with his life.
All right, so let's turn to Donald Trump's probation interview yesterday. It's a standard part of the procedure, about 30 minutes or so. But tell us why it matters, and that includes because if he ends up with probation, he's not allowed to associate with other people who have criminal records themselves or have spent prison time. And at this point, have a gun. At that point, that's a lot of people in his universe, including, just as of the other day, Steve Bannon.
That's exactly right. What's also interesting here are the factors that go into whatever report that the probation officer provides, right? And you got to imagine that they're going to consider Donald Trump's efforts to accept the norms and the rules. And we know from just looking at this case, this is the man who has violated the norms and the rules. You know, 10 different times he refused to accept this narrowly tailored gag order. So, you know, it's going to be interesting to see how this one plays out.
We are now precisely 1 month from Donald Trump's sentencing. Today is June 11th. That comes July 11th. This probation hearing scheduled yesterday. Are there other markers, other things procedures or events we should be looking for between now and that sentencing in a month?
No, I think right now what typically happens in the process is that the probation officer will prepare a report for the judge, and the judge obviously is the one that's going to make whatever determination he feels is appropriate in this case.
And we will see if that includes prison time. MSNBC Justice and Legal Affairs analyst Anthony Coley, thank you. Good to see you as always.